Melania Trump sues liberal TV show hosts for insulting Barron. What happens next? Shocks everyone. Late-night TV is no stranger to controversy, but this time they went too far. When a renowned host took a jab at Barron Trump, Melania's youngest son, it wasn't just another joke. It set off a storm that rocked the media, ignited fierce debates, and pushed Melania to do the unthinkable. Social media erupted, newsrooms buzzed, and within hours the clip was everywhere. Yet what started as a tasteless remark quickly escalated into a battle for dignity and boundaries in comedy. But just when things seemed under control, an unexpected twist would change everything. It started as just another late-night show, filled with laughs and sharp political jabs. But when a joke targeted Barron Trump, a teenager who had largely stayed out of the public eye, everything changed. The host's cutting remark sparked immediate outrage. Social media ignited like wildfire, with hashtags trending and debates raging over the limits of comedy. While some dismissed it as just a joke, others condemned it as a tasteless attack on a child. Behind the scenes, Melania Trump sat stunned, processing the insult directed at her son. Yet she wasn't one to sit quietly. What began as an offensive joke soon escalated into a lawsuit, capturing national attention and dividing public opinion. Little did anyone know this legal battle would turn into a much bigger fight, a fight that would test the boundaries of humor, privacy, and justice. Stay tuned, because this is only the beginning of an explosive story. It all began on a typical late-night comedy show. Known for its biting humor and irreverent political satire, the host was in the middle of another monologue filled with witty quips and edgy jokes. But then, something happened that no one expected. As the camera zoomed in, the host delivered a joke aimed directly at Barron Trump, Melania's youngest son, a boy who had always remained out of the political spotlight. The audience chuckled, and for a brief moment, it seemed like just another joke among many. But not everyone was laughing. The joke quickly took a darker turn on social media. Within minutes, clips of the remark began circulating online, sparking heated debates about the boundaries of comedy. Some defended the host, arguing that humor should have no limits, while others were outraged, insisting that a teenager, especially one not involved in politics, should never have been targeted. The controversy grew rapidly, with hashtags condemning the joke trending worldwide. Prominent figures weighed in, some supporting free speech, while others expressed solidarity with Melania and Barron. Even celebrities and fellow comedians were divided on whether the joke crossed a line. To make matters worse, some late-night hosts from other shows joined in, adding fuel to the fire by making their own remarks about the situation. Behind closed doors, the Trump family was anything but amused. While Donald Trump was known for brushing off media jabs with his characteristic bravado, Melania was different. She was deeply protective of her son and took this as a personal attack on her family. To her, this wasn't just about humor, it was about respect, dignity, and setting boundaries. What seemed like a harmless joke to some had deeply hurt a mother who only wanted to shield her son from the harsh world of politics and media scrutiny. This was no ordinary backlash. It quickly became a national conversation about comedy, decency, and where the line should be drawn. And for Melania, it marked the beginning of a battle she was determined to fight. Not just for Barron, but for any child who could become the butt of a tasteless joke. Melania Trump's response to the offensive joke wasn't immediate, but when it came, it was fierce and calculated. Unlike Donald, who often fired back at critics on social media, Melania was known for her quiet demeanor and measured actions. However, when it came to her son, she wasn't one to stay silent. After days of consulting with advisors and lawyers, she decided to take an extraordinary step. She would sue the show and its host for defamation and emotional distress caused to Barron. This was not just about seeking an apology, it was about sending a clear message. Melania wanted to draw a firm line between public figures who willingly engage in political discourse and minors who deserve privacy and respect. Many expected her to issue a public statement or demand a retraction, but she went further. Filing a lawsuit was a bold move, especially considering the media frenzy it was bound to ignite. When news of the legal action broke, It became a headline across all major networks. Some praised Melania's decision, calling it a necessary stand against the growing culture of hurtful humor targeting individuals who cannot defend themselves. Others criticized it, accusing her of trying to stifle free speech and comedy. The lawsuit sparked debates about the fine line between satire and harassment, especially when children are involved. The legal battle wasn't just confined to courtrooms. Social media exploded once again, with supporters of both sides clashing in online debates. Prominent legal experts weighed in, analyzing the merits of Melania's case. While some believed she had a strong case, others warned that it could set a dangerous precedent for freedom of expression. As public interest grew, so did the stakes. The late-night host at the center of the controversy remained defiant, refusing to issue a formal apology. Instead, the show doubled down, turning the lawsuit into more material for their next monologue. This only angered Melania further, strengthening her resolve to see the case through to the end. To her, this wasn't just about winning in court. It was about standing up for what she believed was right. Little did anyone know, the lawsuit was only the beginning of a much larger and more unpredictable series of events. What started as an attempt to defend her son's dignity would soon evolve into a battle that captured the nation's attention and left everyone wondering how far Melania was willing to go. The moment Melania's legal action hit the headlines, the media went into overdrive. News outlets scrambled to cover every aspect of the story, from the details of the lawsuit to expert opinions on its implications for free speech. Television anchors and news reporters spent hours dissecting the situation, offering their own takes on whether Melania's decision was a bold stand for justice or an overreaction to a comedian's joke. Social media exploded in response, with hashtags like #JusticeForBarron and #Free Speech Debate trending worldwide. The story dominated news cycles, with people across the political spectrum weighing in. Supporters of Melania celebrated her as a fierce protector of her family, hailing her for taking a stand against the growing trend of crossing lines in comedy. On the other side, critics accused her of trying to silence free expression, pointing to the host's right to make jokes as part of their comedic style. The debate became more heated as prominent figures, from actors to politicians, expressed their opinions on the matter. Some famous comedians defended the host, arguing that humor should be allowed to push boundaries even if it offends certain individuals. Others, including some child advocacy groups, stood firmly with Melania, calling for a greater sense of responsibility in the entertainment industry regarding the treatment of minors. Legal analysts chimed in, questioning the grounds of the lawsuit. Could Melania actually win a defamation case in this context? Was it a direct attack on Barron's character, or was it just a joke gone wrong? The legal discussions continued to rage on, with many speculating about how the case would play out in court. This media frenzy reached a boiling point when the host, facing mounting pressure, decided to respond publicly. In a statement, the host apologized for their comment, but stood by their right to make jokes about public figures. They framed the apology as an olive branch, hoping to quell the growing storm. However, the apology didn't satisfy everyone. Some felt it was too little, too late, while others saw it as a weak attempt to deflect responsibility. As the debate spread across the media landscape, it became clear that this was no longer just about Melania's personal grievance. It had become a national conversation about the boundaries of humor, the protection of children in the public eye, and the consequences of public figures stepping into the spotlight. The court case, already a high-stakes battle, now seemed like only one piece of a much larger puzzle. Just when it seemed like the battle between Melania and the late-night host was heading toward a legal showdown, an unexpected twist turned the entire situation on its head. As the lawsuit made its way through the court system, a new bombshell revelation emerged, one that no one could have predicted. It was revealed that a well-known celebrity, who had previously remained silent on the issue, had secretly been involved in the entire affair from the very beginning. This celebrity, a close friend of the late-night host, had allegedly played a crucial role in the writing of the controversial joke. While the host had initially taken full responsibility for the remark, It became clear that this celebrity's influence had been more significant than anyone had known. What followed was a media frenzy unlike any before. The revelation shocked the public and immediately raised questions about the role of powerful figures in shaping the content of late-night shows. Was this a coordinated effort to provoke controversy for the sake of ratings? Or was it simply a case of a comedian pushing the envelope without considering the consequences? As the story unfolded, it became clear that this twist had far-reaching implications. Melania, once solely focused on defending her son, now had an additional target: this celebrity. The media, already buzzing with the initial lawsuit, now had a new angle to cover. The public's reaction was swift and divided. Some felt the revelation proved that Melania was right to stand her ground, while others saw it as an opportunity for her to claim even more of the spotlight. The celebrity in question, faced with growing backlash, issued a public statement denying any malicious intent. They claimed that their involvement in the joke was purely creative, emphasizing the importance of freedom of speech in comedy. However, many were unconvinced by the explanation, especially given the timing and the growing public outcry over the treatment of Barron. This unexpected twist not only changed the direction of the case, but also reignited the public debate over the limits of comedy, the responsibilities of celebrities, and the consequences of their actions in the spotlight. What had started as a single hurtful joke had now snowballed into a media spectacle, drawing attention from every corner of society. And for Melania, what began as a personal fight for her son had become a much larger battle for the integrity of public discourse. After months of legal battles, media coverage, and public scrutiny, the case finally reached its climax. Melania's fight for justice had become more than just about defending her son. It had evolved into a landmark case that tested the boundaries of comedy, celebrity influence, and personal privacy. As the trial began, the court was filled with tension. The late-night host and the celebrity, both now at the center of a storm, were forced to confront the repercussions of their actions. Melania's legal team argued that the joke had crossed the line, pushing the boundaries of what could be deemed acceptable in comedy, especially when it involved a minor. The defense, however, insisted that humor should be protected under freedom of speech, even if it offended some people. In a shocking turn of events, the late-night host decided to settle the case outside of court. Faced with mounting pressure and the growing damage to their reputation, they agreed to publicly apologize to Barron and Melania. The celebrity, too, issued a statement of regret, acknowledging that their involvement in the joke had unintentionally caused harm. However, the apology was seen by many as a strategic move to avoid further legal complications. Though the apology was an important moment, it wasn't enough to quell the public outcry. Many believed the apology was insincere, and the case left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. The conversation about the limits of comedy continued to dominate media discussions, with a renewed focus on the ethical responsibility of celebrities and comedians when it came to their audience. For Melania, the resolution brought a sense of relief, but it also marked the end of a chapter. Her actions had sent a clear message to the public. There were consequences when it came to disrespecting her family, especially her son. Barron, who had been largely shielded from the spotlight until then, had become a symbol of the larger debate surrounding privacy, respect, and freedom of expression. In the aftermath, both the public and the media continued to debate the case's significance. The episode served as a stark reminder that, while comedy may be free, there are still lines that should not be crossed, particularly when it involves real people and their families. As the dust settled, the incident remained a powerful moment in the ongoing conversation about the intersection of humor, personal boundaries, and public life. The legal battle between Melania Trump and the late-night hoe The legal battle between Melania Trump and the late-night host became a defining moment in the ongoing conversation about the limits of comedy, personal privacy, and the power of public figures. Melania's decision to take legal action, defending her son's dignity, resonated with many, raising questions about the responsibility of comedians and media figures to respect personal boundaries. While the resolution may have provided closure, it also left behind a lasting impact, sparking debates that continue to shape public discourse. In the end, this case wasn't just about a joke. It was a reminder that words have consequences, and even the world of comedy isn't exempt from accountability. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating updates. Join the conversation by leaving your thoughts in the comments below. What's your take on the limits of comedy? Stay tuned for more stories that bring the unexpected to light. If you enjoyed this surprising turn of events, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Melania was right to take legal action? Drop a comment below and join the discussion. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a story that keeps you on the edge of your seat. We've got more shocking twists and celebrity tales coming your way, and you won't want to miss out.